All right. So chess.com really convenient for reviewing games. This is one of my favorite games I played with Tyler. I was really proud of this one. This is the first time I really used the Carl Khan kind of well. I had like a couple blunders in this game, but yeah. Anyways, we see King Pawn opening here by Tyler. This opening allows you to really take control of the middle. You're attacking these at the F4 and the D4 squares. It's a great opening. Usually I would just play, King Pawn, but I wanted to try something new. Play Karo Khan, which is something that Juan plays a lot. And this move, eventually I'm going to move this pawn to D5. It's great defense. Also, like if I move this right away on the first turn, he could have just taken and it would have been tough. So apparently it's called Scandinavian defense if you do that, but I've never done that. So I play Karo Khan, and from there, the game gets kicked off. Very aggressive queen move here. He plays queen to H5. I'm like, okay. So I decided to move my knight out because I don't really want him to just dive in here and me forcing my king. So I decided to attack with my knight. He moves over. I always do bad in this when a queen is this aggressive this early in the game. So him doing this, I was a little confused. I decided to progress with the Karo Khan, realizing that any pieces that he attacked would be defended at this point in the game. So he moves there, which, attacking the knight again, I don't care about losing that. If he attacks here, my bishop takes. His queen's not doing much to me, so I just push a pawn. I'm not super worried about this attack right now. He decides to take, I take back. He pushes a pawn, pretty simple. I decide to push my bishop up. And from this position, I'm actually feeling really good about it. I'm not super upset. I'm going to be able to castle this side if I want to. I don't know if I would, though, with the queen there. But yeah, this move might not be my best, but it at least, double protects this knight. I can now move it out without losing my queen and ruining my castling position. So anyways, we both have pretty good hold in the middle. He takes the queen. And this is something I really missed here was I completely forgot that this bishop on this F8, on the F8, was defending this rook. So I'm about to give it up for nothing, really. But then I realized if I move my rook here, then his attack's not doing anything because all of these pieces are now protected. So it worked out okay. So he just moves his queen over. A lot of aggressive queen moves here by Tyler, really. So I move my knight, and he pushes a pawn to protect that pawn. I decide to go ahead and push, which kind of not the greatest move in my opinion. But I did realize that this knight was now attacking this piece. So I was felt okay doing that. But my thing was, what if he takes? And what if he moves that knight up? And he does. So now he's double attacking the pawn. I decide to take, which is bold, but I also think it was the right move here. I don't end up taking that one, though. I don't want to give up my knight. So I take, I actually just move my knight to that would be E4. And so now I have a pretty good hold on the middle here. This pawn's not threatening anything. This queen is doing nothing right now. Well, actually, the queen is now doing something because I moved the knight. I didn't realize that. But yeah, so pretty interesting attack strategy on my part. I kind of blundered a little bit. I let him have a pawn, and now my rook's at threat. I really don't want the queen to get down in here because if it does, I still have a place to run for my king, but it's getting a little limited and cramped. I don't really like that much. I move my rook up anyways, though, and I'm going sicko mode. I'm going aggressive. So he says check. I don't think that's the right move here. I block with bishop. Obviously, that's still an option. He pushes the pawn, which I was like, okay, I'll just put you in check then. So I did. Put him in check with a queen. This whole side is just wide open for me to play with. So he blocks with a bishop. I don't think he saw that my knight could take. Again, we played this in real life, not in chess.com. So I take free knight. The knight on his right here can actually defend. I think that's what he does. Yes, it takes. So not a bad trade for him. At this point in the game, I am up. I think we're tied, or he's up pieces. So it's pretty aggressive. I decided to move my bishop out, which, fine move. The pawn takes. My rook was just sitting there. I'm so dumb. I left my rook wide open. Oh, such a blunder. He's now winning the game. He castles the wrong side, and I think this actually cost him the game. I think you don't castle here, and you are I'm not threatening you at all. This side is wide open. There's only two pawns. At this point, I'm feeling so good about it because now the king is on this side. My queen is in a great attacking position. I take this pawn. And it's at this point that I'm like, okay, that castle just handed me the game. I have a good chance now. I really wasn't playing well. Kind of got handed it. I blundered my bishop, but not really. I did, though. I decided castle instead of taking the knight back. I don't know why. Again, I'm losing pretty bad in this game. It was not my best work. I moved my knight to here. I had an idea because I knew that this, if I could just find a way to get this square protected. He moves the rook down, which I am flabbergasted by why he did this. It kind of limits the king's running space, actually, because the knight is attacking this square. And now I'm one move away from getting a mate. And that's exactly what I do. So this game, obviously, you can see it's pretty chaotic. Not much going on. He really didn't do a good job with his queen in the attack, but he was outplaying me in all these other places. I had a lot of blunders, but in the end, it comes down to a knight-queen checkmate for this move played here. I almost missed it. I almost didn't see it, but because I did, that wrapped up the game. This was the Caro-Kann defense. We both castled opposite sides. Or actually, we castled the same side, which usually ends in a draw. And yeah, overall, really fun game. Really satisfying result for me, especially because I played the Caro-Kann so badly, at least in the middle game. Still a lot to work on in my parts. But I had such a fun time with this class. And I am now getting better and better every time I play chess. I still make dumb mistakes, but just like anything else, I'm learning and growing every single day. So this has been great. This was a fun game between me and Tyler. I had to choose one where I won. We played 3 times, I think, in real life, or maybe twice in real life. I think we split the series, and I lost on time and then won on this really sneaky checkmate. So felt good about this one, and hope you enjoyed.